Hello, my name is Christian Brown, and today we are going to talk about the Progressive Era, which lasted from 1890 until 1920, some say until about 1925, 1930. Progressivism is a label for economic, political, and social changes in the United States, a major step to better life in the United States for all, and major advancements in technology. Some major events that we're going to be talking about today are the main goal of Progressive Era was eliminating the corrupt government and political machines, which we'll talk about shortly, regulation of big business, regulation on drugs, food, railroads, and working conditions, and the women's suffrage movement in black communities after this American Civil War. And the key individuals to go along with this are William M. Tweed, Booker T. Washington, and W.E.B. Du Bois, Susan B. Anthony, and Theodore Roosevelt. Okay, so the main goal, like I said, was aimed at ending the corruption of the government and regulating big businesses. Political machine is a political organization in which an authoritative boss or small group of people commands supporters and businesses by rewarding them for the support. William M. Tweed is most well known for this. He made deals with business owners and railroad owners where he would receive part of the profits while providing favorable laws or legislation for them. He also gained political power in New York and was commissioner while his friend was the mayor. They paid off the increasing number of immigrants entering New York City from Europe to vote for them to keep them in office. He would also provide them houses, get them citizenship, and he would help out the community to gain the support. At the same time, they were stealing money from the city, and there were many more political machines just like him, maybe not as powerful though. The Sherman Antitrust Act. This passed in 1890, eliminating monopolies like Carnegie Steel or Rockefeller Oil. This way, they couldn't raise the prices of the oil or the steel to outrageous prices that nobody could afford. And they didn't really want to affect the company itself or the business. They really wanted to just control the market with this Antitrust Act. Control the market so consumers could prosper. And here we have some nice pictures that show kind of, I guess this would be a political cartoon, and this is in Ohio. You can go and read this. During these times, blacks were still struggling for their rights, even after given the right of freedom and to vote after the American Civil War. They were strangled by Jim Crow laws, restrictions on voting, difficulty to find jobs, and the separate but equal clause for schools, buses, etc. that weren't really all too equal. Booker T. Washington, this man right here, argued that at rallies, riots, public assemblies, that African Americans should accept white supremacy and secure financial security first, and they will gain rights and respect from that. And he thought the best way to do this was by learning a trade. He said school can wait. Learn a trade, make money, establish yourself, and eventually you can earn the respect from the white people. On the other hand, there was a man named W.E.B. Du Bois who believed in the opposite. He knew that rights were rights and the blacks have more than earned them. He founded the NAACP, and he was the first African American to get, I think it was a doctorate degree. No, it was a master's degree from Harvard. And he thought that African Americans should focus on education. That was the most important thing. women started to take an important role between 1890 and 1920. They took the leading role in establishing public schools, stopped drinking, and abolishing unequalness. Susan B. Anthony, on the left in this picture, to the bottom right, Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady founded the Women's Suffrage Association. They demanded the right to vote along with African Americans. They quickly gained support across the nation. Women started becoming employed and gained the right to vote, divorce, and take custody of their children. They could even own property and control earnings. And to wrap this up, Theodore Roosevelt preserved many acres of land and was the first to use the executive powers of the president to conserve national forests, parks, the Grand Canyon, and other historic sites. He supported the peaceful strikes, the labor laws, and passed federal regulations on drugs, meatpacking, railroads, and food. In the Progressive Era, there was a large movement from rural areas to the cities. City life flourished, things started changing into a more modern age, how it is today. And people started straying away from farms, and they leaned toward the more factory jobs, even though they weren't as safe. But that's all I have for today.